So let's try command injection, which is what you've been doing in that ping form and some related projects. So command, here's command injection. So let's open up the simple case, launch the lab. Okay, in the product stock checker, it executes a shell command containing a user-supplied product and store IDs. So let's see if we can figure out what that's about. When you view details, there's an option here to check your stock in some place like London. So this appears to be the request that I can make the font bigger actually. All right. So this appears to be this check stock thing. So again, let's go to burp and clear all the old requests from the proxy HTTP history. And then do one of these check stock things. So I check stock, and it tells me there are 62 units in London. So that was one request here that did a post of product stock with a product ID and a store ID here of 1 and 1, and the response was 62. So apparently there's a command traversal somewhere in this. So if I send it to the repeater, if there was a command traversal in one of these numbers, then I could do something like add like semicolon ls or semicolon id to it to run a command. And let's go here and look at their instructions. And they say modify the store ID parameter to do one pipe, who am I? If you use a pipe, that vertical line, that takes the output of one command and feeds it into the next command. In practice, it's a lot like the semicolon. So let's try that. They said put it in the product store ID, all right? So here's my store ID. So if I make it do pipe, who am I? And then send that, then the response is Peter and some letters. So it executed the who am I. So that works. Now, by the way, I think the semicolon would probably work too, which is what we used. Oh, okay. Thought I could make the font bigger, but it's not that simple. Anyway, whoa. I seem to have, okay, here we are. I think if you use a semicolon instead of a pipe, that'll work too. Send. It does work. But if that does two commands, 62, then I get both answers, the 62 and this one if you use the semicolon. All right, so I can now execute any arbitrary command on the server, and all I had to do is execute the who am I command, so that should win. All right. Anyway, all right, so that's one simple case of command injection. Now let's go on and try a couple more. Here's command injection with time delays. And this is a lot like the blind SQL injection. So in this case, it's got a command injection in the feedback function. It executes a shell command, but you don't get the output. So let's get the lab going and look at the feedback function. Let's see how that looks. Okay, here's submit feedback. So here I can feed in stuff, so I'm going to put in an A, and here I'm going to put a@b.com, and A, and A. I just fill in every field. And now I'm going to catch this feedback request. So I want to go to burp and delete all the old stuff out of the history. And now go execute the request here, submit feedback. And here it is. This made a post that sent this data, cross-site request forgery token, and then my name, email, subject, and message went up to the server. And apparently I can inject commands in one of these. And let's see from their instructions which part of it has the vulnerability. It's the email parameter. All right. So I can inject into the email parameter. So if I go into the email, let's go into burp and send this feedback to the repeater. All right. So here it is. Wait, I think I've got the wrong thing. That's something weird looking. Let's go back to my proxy. No, this is the right one. Post. I think I somehow sent the wrong one. Send to repeater. There, that's the one. So now if the email parameter has an injection, then I could put like semicolon, who am I here? And it might execute that command. So if I send it, then the response just says could not save. So an internal server error, which is what you often get when you execute a command on the server. So I think it executed the command, but I can't tell that it did. So the thing you do is give it a command that will take some time. And they used a ping. Let's see how they did it. Ping -C10 127.0.0.1, right, just what I would do. So, and they also used 2 pipes, but I think a semicolon will work. I'm going to try that. Ping. So it's ping. And then you use a plus instead of a space, because a space would probably break the command line. Plus -C +2 127.0.0.1. And I guess I'll do 5 pings. That should take 5 seconds. I should easily be able to tell that's happening. So now I send it 1, 2, and again immediately I get a response. So it didn't execute those. So let's try it the way they did it, where instead of using a semicolon, they used 2 pipes. And they end it with 2 pipes too. I'm not sure why they did that, but maybe that's necessary. Pipe, pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that caused a 5-second delay. So that's how you can tell that my command is being executed. Now I'm sort of curious about these 2 pipe things. I wonder if 1 pipe would do. I'm not really quite sure what the code is like on the server that's requiring these pipes. Let's see if 1 pipe works. 2. No, it doesn't. Well, you do need 2 pipes. That's a little screwy. I don't really quite understand what the code would look like on the server to require these pipes. That's news to me. Anyway, that works. All right. Anyway, that's blind command injection. And so there's more things to try there. I think that's probably enough to get you started. I'll stop doing this.